Hey guys, it's Hyrule Dad. Giving a review of DeathMark, and getting right into the meat of this game. This game is freaking nuts. It's crazy. Here we have one of the bosses, and I want to try to capture certain moments of the game. That way you can see what the game is about. There's a lot of reading. It is a novel game. Here is one of the boss fights. As you can see, it's very RPG-ish. Like it's turn-based. You'll attack, but you don't attack as in like, oh yeah, you shoot your magic power. No. You find items within the game, and these items you combine them. For example, I throw Shimio Stinky Liquid, and that causes the beast to fly away. And that's what you have to figure out. You figure out the monster, the backstory of the ghost. The backstory of the ghost and how to get rid of it. And normally, once you find that out, you're able to move forward and progress with the story with the help of Mary. This is Mary. She is a mannequin, a doll, a creepy haunted doll that used to belong to somebody who had also a death mark, but that person ended up dying trying to find the death mark, and Mary tries to help you find out who gave you your death mark. And that in itself is a nice little twist that I loved. Trying to figure out who gave you the death mark, and the whole game is cut into chapters. Chapters are great. There's some pretty adult themes in these games. These Japanese stories are really creepy, but yet they're cut into chapters. I know on one of them, Hiniko, I think chapter 1. And I'll say chapter 1 because that was one of my favorite ones. Only because I was discovering how to play it, and it really got me engrossed. This game took me about a couple of hours to beat. More than a couple, maybe like 10. But I beat it in 2 days. It's a good game. It got me addicted. I'm so addicted to the way you move. Yeah. So yeah, you read. It's a mix of an RPG, light RPG, light point and click, good horror, good atmosphere, and for example, you're like in a forest, and it's also adventurous. It's like you click forward and you move forward in the forest, and you got to remember where you're at. Where did I find this box? Because now I have a key and now I can open this box. You open up the box and there's a bottle. What do you use the bottle for? You end up finding liquid later, and you're like, oh, okay, well maybe I need to fill the bottle with liquid. You save it, and then you use it at the boss at the end. And that's something I loved about this game, that you have to think. You have to. This game gives you answers. This game doesn't hold your hand. What I can say now, obviously, if you die over and over again, you can pass it, but you're gonna be missing out on what makes the game so special. In this part right here, this is one of the battles that you have like 2 or 3 battles per episode, per chapter. There's this kid called Hiniko, and he asks you 3 questions. Now these questions, you find them in the game. You have to answer them right. If you answer them wrong, you die. He kills you. I want to say that whenever they ask you, they are pretty creepy. But throughout the game, you do meet up with different people, and all these people, they all have a death mark. And I'll show you a picture of the death mark right now. They all have a death mark. And as you figure out what ghost gave them the death mark, they go away and more people come, and that's how you progress the story. You meet more people who have death marks. You start finding more ghosts. You start trying to find out why the ghost gave you the death mark, until you figure out your memory, where you got your death mark, who you are. Because and honestly, if you don't figure out who gave you the death mark, you are gonna die. And not just you, but all these people around you. And as you notice, some of them, got the death mark by that ghost, and some of them got it by a different ghost. So some of the death marks go away, some of them don't. and that's how you progress the story. As you know, as yours, obviously, you know, yours keeps going a couple of chapters, but it's pretty good. It's really creepy. I really recommend it, especially if you like these kind of novel games, point and click adventures. If you've never tried one, I totally recommend it. That's the DeathMark right there. I totally recommend it if you haven't played one of these games. And just, there might be a little bit of a learning curve at the beginning. I really like these games just because, I mean, the replay value might not be so high, but the initial impact of the game, I think, is the initial grind of learning, of going back and forth, making mistakes, and learning from those mistakes is definitely worth it. When I picked up this game, you know, I wasn't sure. I picked up the collector's edition. I wasn't sure, but I took a risk. Very happy I took this risk. It's a great game. It scared the crap out of me a couple of times, and totally recommend it. Anyways, thanks for watching. God bless. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you later. Bye.